I didn't even know you were going to show up tonight.
I feel like I see my life.
You made it! Congratulations, man. I hope you're funny, bro. Kill it.
Well, I hope so too. My name's Pete. I'm from Queens, New York. Anybody?
Yeah, it's the home of Ray Romano and
You look like him.
Jerry Seinfeld. So I better be funny, huh? Ray Romano.
Well, here's the deal with New Yorkers. Have you ever met any down here?
Yeah.
Oh! Right? What's the problem with them? They're all big complainers, aren't they? I can get away with this. I'm from New York, so, right? I have immunity here, don't I? Well, there's no joke. What's a New Yorker's favorite wine? Do you know?
Whiny.
I can't find a fucking decent slice of pizza around here. What's the deal with that?
Right?
I can't find a bagel. It's like I go with Einstein's bagels. It's not the same as in Queens, you know?
And that's how they all are. They're always whining about something, you know? So I'm not like that, though. I haven't been there in a while. So anyway, I don't have much of an accent. Do you hear it in me? No, I don't, right? Well, you know, I was talking to somebody, and she goes, you know, I don't really detect an accent in you. And I said, well, I really don't have an accent, but I own an accent, and you can tell where I'm from by my Hyundai accent. I'm from the poor side of town. Okay? I run into New Yorkers here all the time. I go to the gym, I meet them there, I meet them at, you know, John told me I'm a musician by night, so I meet them there. So one time I was at the, you know DSW Warehouse, the shoe store? So I'm over there, and one thing you should know about New Yorkers is that they do not give up parking spaces easily. Do not mess with a person from New York in their parking space. You know this? And well, I'm aggressive when I want my parking spaces. I'm at DSW Warehouse, right? So I'm over there, and there's this old lady signaling for her parking space. I didn't care. I just pulled right in, right? You are not going to believe this old Jewish woman from New York, okay? You can see where this is going, right? No, oh, this gets better. You piece of shit, you, she goes. No, true story. You piece of shit, you. I said, hey, you know, it's fair game, but the parking spot, she goes, you saw me signaling for it and you just took it anyway. I said, look, I'm sorry. You're not sorry, you're a piece of shit. I said, you don't even know me. I don't care, you're a piece of shit. So this story gets better now. I'm with my niece, right? She wants to get some shoes. So she goes over there into DSW. She's actually ahead of me. I actually dropped her off first. And so she goes in the store, and I find my parking space, and this woman follows me in. This old woman, this old Jewish lady was following me into the store. And my niece had already finished shopping. She was really quick. She knew what she wanted, and apparently she didn't find it there. So she goes in, and I said to her, I said, Jasmine, did you find what you were looking for? She goes, well, you know me, she goes. I'm pretty picky. I'm pretty picky with my shoes. This old lady, I swear to you, this is exactly what she said. This is a true story. She goes, well, obviously you're not picky with your men. She thought it was my niece, you know, but then again, so anyway, I'm a musician by night, and I know John can relate to these stories because it gets really, when you're performing on stage, it's funny how when people have a little bit of drink in their bodies, they think they're part of the band all of a sudden. People start taking your tambourine from you and say, hey, stop that, you know? And so anyway, there was one time I was, just finished a gig, and there was a lady who came up. She's really drunk. She's like, I like the way you play the sax. And I said, oh, thanks.
It felt good.
It felt good, right?
It felt good.
Right.
It's amazing.
You play really beautifully. And I said, thank you. She goes, you know, I played the sax when I was in high school, but I sucked. I said, I see the problem right away. You're supposed to blow. Brum, brum. And my drummer actually did that. He went brum, brum.
Where's the applause at for that?
I don't know about you guys. I'm not into drugs. Are you guys into drugs?
Hell yeah.
It's okay. We're safe here, aren't we? I'm actually into drugs when I get sick. And I really, really like it, I'll be honest with you. You know, anybody, I'm just curious, anybody here ever had the scourge called kidney stones?
No, we're not at all.
Oh, wow, okay, yeah, that dates me, doesn't it? Anyway, I've had actually 3 bouts with kidney stones, and I'm not going to bore you like the old Jewish ladies. Oh, I had kidney stones. No, it's not going to be like that. But when you have kidney stones, and ladies, I have one up on you now, those ladies, because I always hear ladies say, yeah, you don't know what it's like to be a woman you've never given birth. I have. I've given birth to 3 6-millimeter stones.
God bless you.
Yeah, well, the reality is,
He didn't bless you.
imagine trying to get a 5-centimeter stone through a straw. That's what it's...
Ask any woman, they know.
Right. So I know what it's like to give birth, but I also know what it's like to take the good stuff. And I'm serious. There's a drug out there that's better than anything you know. It's called Dilaudid. Are you familiar? It's like morphine. You ever take this stuff? Who here has taken Dilaudid? Do you know what? No, I don't have any. It's only by IV. All right. So, and it really does a good thing with pain. But anyway, I remember being on Dilaudid, and my wife is actually here on the stage today. There's Judy right there. She remembers when I was on this stuff, after the kidney stone passed and all, but anyway, I was on this and its effects are like for hours. You feel good. And I remember I was there lying in bed and I nudged her, I said, Judy, I think I'm possessed by the devil. And she goes, how do you know? She goes, well, I'm levitating, don't you see me? And she goes, no, I don't see you. So, but anyway, the most amazing thing with this is, and I'm a big Marvel fan, I grew up on Marvel. I am not kidding you when I say, when I was on Dilaudid, I swear to you, I thought I was the Incredible Hulk. In my dream, I remember I was kicking ass left and right. That's all I was doing. I was just constantly kicking ass. And the other thing I remember was, there was like cardboard cutouts of dachshunds. The dogs, that's all I remember. It was like they were like being shifted around. I don't know what that was about. So. But anyway, back to New Yorkers because I find them annoying, and I'm one of them. So, but anyway, I can get away with talking about them. Who here has a gym membership?
Fuck no.
No.
I don't like it. I was part of LA Fitness, and honestly, you know, you see the women there. They look like they're all pole dancers. Seriously, they do. It's like they're turning the barbells up like this, and they're doing dances around the barbells. But anyway, there was this annoying guy recently. True story. Like Matt was saying, truth. The stories. You can't make this stuff up. It's real. There was this guy. Imagine this. He looks like Popeye the Sailor Man. Imagine his forearms are huge. But he's an old guy and he's wearing a Whole Foods hat. Like he works in the grocery store and he's working out, So anyway, first thing he does is he sees me, I have 165 pounds on the bench press, and he's going to me, you gonna do that? You gonna lift that? How many times you plan to do that? I said, 10 times. Let me see this. He's like that, right? So I did it and I impressed him. This is what he said. This is true. I can't make this up. He goes, what are you, fucking Pakistani? What does that have to do with anything? I know I look ethnic, but I'm not Pakistani, and that's not where I get my superpowers from, being Pakistani. This is what he says. He says to me, "You're a doctor, right?" That's what he said. He goes, "You're a doctor, right?" So now I like this false identity here. I'm gonna play with it. So I say, "Yeah, I'm a doctor." Really? I figured it. I knew it. You look like a doctor, like those Pakistani doctors, So now he starts testing me, and this is where it gets bad. He goes, "Where do you work?" I said, "West Boca Medical." Now the joke is getting really, serious. Really? Do you know Dr. Katz? Yeah, I know Dr. Rosenberg too. No, they're all Jewish anyway, it doesn't matter. Now he's believing this joke. He goes, really? What department do you work in? I said, I'm in the ER. I said, assholes like you, when you injure yourself, come to my ER. And I said, be careful. It's a true story. So, you know, these people, you know, these New Yorkers, but anyway. Who here like, I have to admit, I love movies. Who's a movie buff? Anybody? Yeah. Okay. There's a problem. The older I got, I enjoy movies less. Do you feel the same way? It's like you have to check your brain in at the door. It's like in order to enjoy a movie. Here's my problem. When I was a kid, I loved seeing explosions and things, cars blowing up and everything, right? Now when I'm older and I own a house, I own property, I own things, I make mortgage payments. If I see, no, seriously, this is honestly my biggest pet peeve in a movie. You watch a movie and you see cars blowing up. Do you realize how much that's going to cost? That's exactly, who's going to pay for this shit? I'm always, every time I'm in a movie theater, I can't, it's like ruined. Now when a car is blowing up, I can't enjoy it. Yeah, I can't enjoy it, so. Anyway, but have you noticed, this is an interesting thing in movies. Have you ever noticed the names they choose in movies?
Frank.
Everybody is named Jack. How many of you know a Jack in real life? Seriously, I don't know any Jack.
I don't want.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
You gotta know 10.
Jack Daniels.
I know three Jacks.
Interestingly enough, my name
Fire,
is
Honey,
Peter.
and Daniel.
Have you noticed how many characters are named Peter in movies?
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker.
Peter Griffin. Yeah, Peter.
Peter. But notice, do you know any Peters in real life?
You.
Oh, me. Yeah, that's it.
He's the doctor.
I'm the doctor, the Pakistani.
Dr. Peter.
I don't have the accent. Don't try to. By the way, I grew up in New York City. There's Pakistanis and Indians everywhere. You know. I do. I can make it for what it world, but I am not. You want more, and I'll give it to you. It's funny if you ever watch The Big Bang Theory, the Indian guy. He's an Indian guy doing a bad accent of an Indian. I'm not even Indian. I can do it far better than you. So anyway, so where are you guys from? Any New Yorkers? Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Who's a New Yorker?
Bunch of locals, man.
Oh no. See, everyone I meet up.
Somebody's got me from New York.
We're all from Lake Worthless.
Like worthless.
No. Hey, they don't want to admit they're from New York after your skit. Yeah, scared.
Oh man. Well, I meet a lot of New Yorkers when I'm doing gigs.
Not comedy.
No, not comedy. Yeah. Here's what a guy said to me. This was literally 2 weeks ago. New Yorker, I could tell by the accent. He comes up to me after the gig. This is all he says. I know every fucking note you played. I know every single fucking note you played. And he's getting angry. But he's not angry. You have to understand with New Yorkers, they have a way of talking that's talking, you know, that sounds like they're angry. They're not, right, yeah. And so, I don't know what to say. What do you say when people come up to this on the stage? Yeah, I'm going, yeah, okay, you know, and he goes, I can hum back every note you played. And he's drunk, by the way.
You said, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That's great. That's awesome.
I know, what are you going to say to these people? So,
Say, hell yeah, just do it.
yeah, right?
And here you go, here you go.
Recite it.
Feature him.
Yeah. You can.
So, anyway. Thank you very much, guys. That's all I have. I appreciate it.